We've seen the Palisades fire begin to shift northeast to the San Fernando Valley. And as the fire crews keep track of how these fires are shifting, we're able to speak now with Rick Crawford, former LAFD battalion chief. He's also the emergency and crisis management coordinator for the U.S. Capitol and Supreme Court. Rick, thank you so much for coming back to join us.
Anytime. Happy to be here.
We are several days into this firefight now, Saturday afternoon. Are these the best firefighting conditions we've seen so far? I know it's still not great, but are we making progress here?
So, let's kind of set the tone here. So we're day 5 into the incident, and let's be straight here. In my experience, will be a 2-week event. The fire will not be subsiding here in the next 48 hours or going to be put out in the next 48 hours. So this is the best chance for firefighters to actually start to gain an advantage. And so with your weather report that you just had there, where you were saying that the winds will return, this is the best time to make the most aggressive attack. And speaking with my sources, the plan right now is to keep that fire south of Mulholland Drive, west of the 405, particularly Mandeville Canyon, where it's encroaching now. So this is the best chance and the best window for them to make that progress.
We are constantly seeing aerial water and retardant drops in the Santa Monica Mountains fighting the Palisades fire. Is the fight for the Eaton fire similar, or is the plan of attack different with more ground crews mixed in there?
So because first of all, the two different fires, but they have a lot of similar characteristics. And so with the terrain that you have in the Eaton fire, where it began and then where it's now has gone to, it's a little bit different because the structural firefight is a big part of it. Where this is now what we call the intermix portion of where the fire is in this Palisades fire. So you're looking at just an army and fleet of helicopters and the red stuff, which we call Phosgene, being dropped, and they are absolutely pounding this fire. I mean, from what I can tell and what I can see, that they're having the most aggressive attack I've probably ever seen to protect this Mandeville Canyon area. LeBron James, and there's lots of stars that live on that road and live on that in that area. And so this right here is the most aggressive attack you probably will see.
We've been seeing it all morning with those back-to-back airdrops, and our reporter on the scene, Chase Beach, says she's been watching as it really does make an incredible difference there. And for those who are not near the flames, is it best for them to go about their lives as normal, try to stay home as much as possible, as to not impact any of the fire crews across LA County, and stay safe, especially when it comes to that air quality?
So, two things here. So one, you still have resources still getting to the scene, coming from different parts of the country now. And so one of the things about, you have a lot of emergency vehicles still out there on the road. Secondly is the air quality. I would say right now, because prepare for the marathon, the long haul, just remain, keep your outdoor activities limited. People who are out running, you are exposing yourself to particulates, and smoke. And so I would say keep your activities limited to indoors as much as possible, especially if you have respiratory issues. Please maintain yourselves out of the area. Give the firefighters room to work. That's one of the major safety pieces that we'd like to have the public be aware of. This is going to be a long haul. And so one of the things is, if we can all pack some patience, this will actually, we can all get through this together.
Rick Crawford, former LAFD battalion chief, thank you so much for joining us. It is crucial to hear from you and your expert opinion on all of this, and we really appreciate it.
Anytime.